How's that? Perfect.
Yeah.
Scene one, take two.
My name is Adrienne Justice. I work at the Philadelphia Museum of Art as the manager of teen programs.
I am Ari Gutierrez Sanchez. I'm the coordinator of teen programs at the Philadelphia Museum of Art and a museum educator. I'm 5'10" and I am a Taurus.
I'm originally from Ohio. I always say that my dad taught me to be a lifelong learner and my mom taught me to be a lifelong teacher. I went to art school in New York at Pratt Institute and I studied sculpture there, and from there I moved to Philadelphia and I made art in Philadelphia for a good long while before I started teaching.
My cultural background is Mexican and I am a first-generation American. I think that my cultural background has influenced my entire career. I've spent a lot of time doing specifically arts activism in the Latinx community, and I've dedicated my work to bilingual education and making sure that we can create equity in these spaces.
And I started teaching a program for adults who are blind, and I got very interested in teaching in general as an art form. And then I went to grad school at Moore College of Art for art education with an emphasis on inclusive practices. And from there, I worked on more teaching, but also worked on creating programs for the community and programs for kids. And I spent some time working at the Kalea studio as the community engagement manager. And then from there, I came here to the Philadelphia Museum of Art and took over teen programs.
I think that I started my career pretty young. I was always involved in the arts, even from when I was very, very young, in school, and my mother was an artist, so I've always been driving forward in my career, driving forward in the arts, but I know that I'm less experienced than some of my peers, so I try to let that passion drive me towards learning, and certainly drive me towards being the best I can in the galleries and in my work.
I am creative. I'm a deep thinker. I have a lot of feelings. I like to connect with people and connect with what other people are feeling. I believe really strongly in community, so in my work I try my hardest to keep community building at the forefront.
I was motivated to join teen programs and the team here at the Philadelphia Museum of Art because I knew that this institution had prestige. I knew that they had resources, and in working on a lot of nonprofits, you don't have the opportunities to give all the people that you want to serve all of your attention, all of your resources, and all of your best. There's all this running around that you have to do. But here at the museum, there's still plenty of running, and we're always trying to do our best, but we have the resources, we have the abilities, and a really talented staff to bring us forward in that. And I was really excited to join the team for that.
I think that I became interested in the field of art education because I realized that it was a way to stay rooted in art, which is my love and the way that I perceive things, but also a way that I can stay in service to the community.
I would say that my personhood drove me to say yes to every possible opportunity I could get. I applied for plenty of programs, jobs, opportunities that I didn't know if I was ready for, but I lifted myself up to that point, and I let my passion drive me to make sure that I would do my very best. I've let my passion speak for itself. I've let my work speak for itself.
So moving into art education, I realized that it could be a combination of the two things that I really feel like I'm meant to do. So the fit for this job seemed right.
I went to school to be an English teacher, and I love teaching, still use all those skills, but I was doing a lot of extracurriculars that had to do with the arts. The more that I was working, the more that I was building my resume, it all had to do with art. It wasn't related to English teaching at all. So when I started my career, I was beginning to think that the arts would be the path forward.
So I manage teen programs at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. So I oversee an after-school club called Teen Sketch. I oversee a weekend program called Museum Motion Pictures, Teen Animation. And we run summer programs that are kind of offshoots of those programs. We run a summer teen media program in partnership with Big Picture Alliance. And we run a summer teen sketch program where the kids come here and do a studio intensive. And then during the school year, in addition to out of school time programs, we run programs within the Philadelphia schools where we place local artists into a school and they work in collaboration with a classroom teacher.
I'm most involved in our artist residency program where we pair teaching artists with middle school and high school teachers. And over the period of 8 weeks, they create a project inspired by the collection. I also work in our Teen Sketch, which is a classic art making program that we have after school. Specifically, my favorite, Summer Teen Media, which is a 6-week film intensive for high schoolers where students learn how to make films from script to screen. And I'm the coordinator, so I'm the behind the scenes, whatever is necessary to organize people, recruit people, and make sure that these programs move smoothly, and getting plenty of opportunities to teach inside the galleries with all of those students.
I think we're living in an interesting time for accessibility to art. I think that more people are listening and interested in listening to the community about what access people want. One thing that I think is really exciting is I feel like museums, and this museum in particular, is responding to what feels relevant for the community and making sure to show work that is relevant to multiple groups of people and many different types of people. And that includes young people, thinking about young audiences. And I think that that is fairly new in the field, and I'm glad to be a part of that and kind of be the voice of younger folks to pass on what they've told me they want to learn and see.
Accessibility to art is immensely important and something that I think institutions as a whole have a narrow view of. And sometimes it's as simple as making sure that people can physically get into the building, creating audio tours or bilingual tours, or bringing in guides that have those experiences and expertise. But when you start considering all of the different groups and all the different opportunities that you want to bring to a space, it gets hugely complicated, and people are trying to prioritize a lot. And I think our institution has been making strides, certainly, but there's still a lot of work to do to bring accessibility to this museum space.
So in the future, I really hope that people feel comfortable around artwork. I also hope that people grow up to feel like this museum is their space, that this is a space where they can not only connect with art on an introspective level, but also connect with other people and learn from other people. I hope that it's a space of inspiration and a space of community building, and I hope that in the programs, friendships are built here, and those friendships could be lifelong, honestly. It could be lifelong artistic friendships, and I hope that we're able to offer that to people.
I would say specifically to young people, middle schoolers, high schoolers, people looking at the future, this is your space. This city is yours, and this museum is a resource for you.